So now let's work on the polyfill for the find method in array. Okay, in the find method, what it does is that, so in the callback you are passing for every element, the callback will be executed. So what it does is that based on the conditions of map, what it does, it returns the result of the condition. Filter will return the element. Similarly, find will also return the element, but for the first instance. For example, in filter, if the condition is met, whichever element is meeting with the condition, all those elements will be pushed into the new array, right? But in the find, only the first element will be pushed. Okay, that is the difference between filter and find. So both are same, but find will return the first element. Okay, so let's create the same array with values as 1 2 3 4. Okay, now array dot find. Okay, so you will see if I use filter, the value will be different, and just here write here element, and this will return what? This will return element which is less than greater than 2. Okay, in that case 3 and 4, right? Let result equals to array dot find. Okay, so if I just log here result, you will see the value as 3, because it will find the only the first element if both are returning. Okay, so you see you get 3 here, because if I use filter you will get 3 and 4, but with the find you will get only 3. Why you will get 3? Because it will, if I hover over it is same, but it returns the value of the first element in the array where predicate is true and undefined otherwise. So it returns only the first element. If it finds basically it is finding the single element. So if it finds even if a single element which is missing the condition, which is meeting with the condition, then it is returning that element. That's it. It will not check further. Okay, if I use filter, it will return all the element which is satisfying the condition. If I write filter here, you will get 3 and 4. See, you got 3 and 4, and written the array over here. Here it is not returning the array, it is returning the element. That is one more difference. Okay, it is returning basically the element, not the array. Okay, basically find is generally used in objects mostly, and filter is generally mostly used in so find is used mostly in array of objects, because it will be very helpful to find the employee of in a group of employees which is meeting with this condition, whose age is greater than this, who belong to the department or that department, all these things, right? Find will be helpful in array of objects, and filter will be helpful in, obviously you can use anywhere, but that is what kind of use cases I am saying. Okay, now we remember that it will return the element, not a new array. Okay, now let's write our own find method. Okay, everything is correct. Now let's write the prototype. Array dot prototype dot my find. Now this is a function which accepts what? Which accepts a callback. This callback will be running how many times? How many elements are there? If callback is not there, this is quite common. If callback is not there, I'll throw new error that please provide a callback, right? So I'll just write a callback is undefined. Okay, if callback is not there, the callback should be called how many times? Number of times element is there. Okay, which means that I have to get the element, which means that I have to, so when you refer to this, I have said multiple times, when I am writing here this refers to this array, because my find method is called by array. So if I write log of this, if I write this, will refer to the array. That is how we will get the array inside this prototype method. Okay, so here let self equals to this, I'll just write. Okay, so that will not get confused, and we will have okay, let me loop, we have to loop, right? For let equals to 0, I less than self dot length I plus plus. Okay, now I have to pass the callback inside this loop, and I have to pass the element. So self of I will be the element that I am passing to the my find callback. So here I am getting the element, and I am what I am returning. I am returning here. I'll be returning element is greater than 2, that means 3 and 4, I'll be returning true and true, right? But I don't want to return the element. I don't want to return the result like in map. I have to return the element. Okay, like in filter, I have to return the element, right? So which means that I have to have a result, okay, and I have to write the condition, right? If if response is true, that means if the condition is met, then what I have to do is that I have to have a new array where not array, because it will not have the element. Maybe I'll just create a new variable. Okay, so that new variable will be undefined initially, right? So I'll just have the new variable, or maybe I can do something like this, that let this be an array. I will have dot push, right? New variable dot push, and that push will be not the result. Okay, this will give like map. Here I have to get the element, so self of I will do, but while returning the new array, new variable, right, I have to return the first element. Why? Because here I can push any number of elements based on the condition, right? So I'll be returning only the first element. So this will be like how our find is there, right? Is everything correct? Yes, everything is correct, nothing wrong in that. So let's see if it is returning 3, so it is returning 3 or not. Okay, it is returning undefined because something, okay, we have not returned here. Okay, so to return, see, it's returning 3 over here. Okay, so basically we are looping over the array. I'm calling the callback based on the length of the array. Okay, I'm getting the value over here, true or false, based on the condition. If the condition is true, I'm pushing all the elements that are considered true, but at the end I'm returning only the first element. That is what find. If this would not have been an filter, I shouldn't have written over there. This is a find, so I'm returning. Now if you are passing in any kind of other values like any object or anything, same thing. Okay, let's give you an example of an object, so that we'll have an idea. Maybe I'll just have a name. I'll just write by my name, age, something I'll just write. Maybe I'll just create one more object, okay, with the name of Sushant, maybe. Okay, Sushant. Okay, and age is 32, for example, and one more name is Ashok, and age is maybe 35. Okay, now if I am to return all the element where element dot age is greater than 30, for example, so in this case what I will get, what is expected, if I would have written here filter, I would have got this object and this object. Here we are using find, so I have to get so greater than 30 is 32 and 35, not this, right? So if filter, then I'll get both the object. If it is find, I should get only Sushant over here. Okay, that is the expectation. Now let's see whether it is working or not. Finger crossed. See, I'm getting the value. Okay, if this would have been a filter, I just had to remove this, so this would behave like a filter. So in that case, I'll get both Sushant as well as Ashok, right? I'll get an array of both Sushant as well as, so because it's a filter, I'm getting the array. If it is a find, I'm getting the object. Hope that everything is clear, right? That is how find, filter in the previous video and find in this current video. Okay, hope you like this video, and let's move to the next video.